hello, welcome, Naya, to my channel, Youth Talks. So, Youth Talk is about a channel which is a very new, a very nascent channel, but I wish and I hope that with your love and support, the youngsters who will listen to our guest today, this channel will grow into a platform where I invite young guests, young adolescents, young people to share concerns, share their views on topics which are really important, which are never spoken. We have heard about it, but this is a channel where I give opportunity for the youth to interact directly what is in their mind. So I have invited youth mentors to this channel, but this is the first time. I'm so happy. Naya is my first guest. And Naya, the first thing I want to ask you is, who is Naya? Introduce, and who are you? Who is this enigma?
Okay. I'm a 15-year-old living in Dubai, and I go to Repton School. I was actually born in Spain, and I moved here when I was 7 years old. So I speak two languages, English and Spanish, and I'm learning three more. The reason I love languages is because one of my dreams is to travel the world. I love traveling. I love, trying all the different foods and, exploring the different cultures. I just find it so fascinating. Apart from that, I also love reading and writing. I guess you could say it's a way of escaping reality for me. It's what I do when I need a little break from the world, a little stress relief. What also helps me forget about my troubles and focus on the present is netball. It's not a very widely known sport. I myself didn't know it existed until I moved here,
Okay.
but it's a sport that makes all of my stress disappear and through which I've made some really good friends. So yeah, I love netball.
Oh, yeah, because I also didn't know about this. You mentioned it, so I said, okay, I must Google and find out what is this. And where do you play? You play regularly?
I play in school. I'm part of a school team, but I also play for a club outside of school.
Okay. Great to have you once again, Naya. And the thing which you said is amazing that you love learning languages, and languages, multiple languages learning is also very good for your brain. So your brain will always remain active. And the one thing which people can do to remain active throughout their life when they grow old is to learn new languages. So you are right there. Okay. So welcome once again. So today we have decided to speak on a very, very important topic, isn't it, Naya? Our topic
Yeah.
is digital distortion of yourself, like digitally distorted image on social media, and how this digitally distorted images of people whom we see on social media, on Insta, on TikTok, on any other things affect the youth a lot, and they start believing into negative imaging. So they fall into the category, they look up to those images and they think why we are not what they are. They don't realize, and we need to bring this in open. And I, as an educator, when I'm in school, I realize that so many young people have a very negative image about themselves. So when Naya also related to this, and she said that she wants to take up this topic. So what better way to connect, to directly listen from what do you go through? So tell me, Naya, share what you think is digital distortion and digital distorted image by social media, and why do you choose this topic to speak on this platform?
Well, digital distortion can have so many definitions, There's Photoshop, there's editing, there's different posing, and there's filters, there's so much stuff. And I think it's very critical topic that has to be addressed because social media has become a part of our daily lives, which means that we are constantly being exposed to digital distortion and unrealistic stereotypes. So the more we're exposed to them, the more we think they are reflective of how we should look. And they really aren't. The typical models that we all follow on social media that we all think we should look like and that are all photoshopped are actually 20% underweight, which puts them in the category for anorexia. So it's really unrealistic and unhealthy. Digital distortion is making unhealthy stereotypes, and they are taking away our confidence and changing what we see when we look at ourselves in the mirror. And I think us as humans, everyone is so beautiful, and anything that takes away part of our confidence and our beauty should be addressed.
Wonderful. Exactly what you said is that we are all beautiful in our own way. So the inner beauty is hardly seen nowadays, and we all are so obsessed with what is being shown. And you rightly really nailed it when you with those lines that it's not what we are. We are what is within us, the characters, the qualities which we have. So my question to you is, do you have these conversations in school with your peer? How important it is? And do you ever have you when you talk with your friends outside also, do they go through this anxiety? Do they go through this that I'm not as good looking as them? Do they are they obsessed with even little bit of blemishes? And are they obsessed with thinking that I want to aspire to become? What kind of conversations you have in your peers, among your peers?
So personally, for my school, I don't think we talk about this enough. Like the teachers talk about this enough, and it's not addressed in assemblies or any of that. It's more brushed aside. But
Mm,
between us, it is very evidently there in
mm,
the form of, when we go somewhere and we want to take pictures, and we're
yes.
looking through our pictures, I spot sometimes some of my friends say, oh no, I look fat in that, or oh no, you can see my spot in that, or oh no, you can see a little bit of hair in that.
Mm,
And it's a bit sad really, because they're so beautiful, the photos, and it's not about that little spot or that little piece of hair. It's normal. And on social media too, when you're liking pictures, you see all of the models' photos and all of the influencers' photos, and obviously you want to look like that. You think your posts should look like that too. So when my friends are looking through it, they're like, oh my God, that is so beautiful. Or,
mm,
oh my God, look at her body. Like, how does she do that? And I'm like, I
mm,
reflect and I think it's not real. It really isn't real. It's unrealistic.
mm. So, 15 years, you have such a mature thought, and it's amazing to hear this, because I know when I meet my students and I go out with them somewhere, I constantly see them every minute going to the mirror and touching up. And I said, what are you all doing? Because for me, I mean, now I know when we talk about this, that how important it is for them every minute. But it's okay to have messy hair. It's okay to have your eyeliner not in proper place, or it's okay to have the lipsticks haywire. It's fine because you're dancing, because you're doing your stuff. So it's okay. But they are obsessed, and have seen it, and have seen it to the level that it becomes really a kind of a part of your characteristics. You start believing that you are not good enough. So that is where it's scary. So now, my second question to you, as you said, the schools do not discuss this. Do you have any other school mental well-being? Well, how is it dealt with in schools? Do you have a counselor? Do you have a system in place where people who are depressed are identified? Do you have this system in place?
Yes, we have a school counselor, but our school also has a well-being room where,
Yes. Okay.
if you're feeling a bit down or judged or depressed, you go to that room, and there's there's people who are older in the years above who talk to the other people. You just talk to people about it, or if you just need a break and you're
Okay.
really socially drained, you just go there and
That
relax.
you were talking about, when we were discussing that we will talk about this, you were talking about celebrity endorsements. What you have to say about that? What kind of endorsements do, and what is should be done, and is it right to influence? So talk about this. From what do you think?
So I think now especially there's celebrities are starting to to pay attention to this. And a tip that I heard from, I'm sure you all know Kendall Jenner, the model. She was talking about her insecurities and how she's also insecure, you know, everyone is. And she said, whenever you're feeling bad about yourself and you look in the mirror and you start insulting yourself in your mind, stop. And a way to stop those thoughts is just take a picture of yourself when you were younger, because we all love the pictures of when we were younger, and stick it onto your mirror and think, whenever those thoughts are coming in your head, whenever you're criticizing yourself, look at that photo in the mirror and think, I'm talking about her, you know, I'm talking about that little girl too. And it just opens your eyes to, you know, wow, I'm so beautiful. You know, you look at that picture and you think, why am
Yeah.
I saying these bad things about her?
Ah, amazing. Another tip which I also think that it's very important, as you said, pictures. Also, constantly self-talk. No, you just say I'm beautiful. It's people say that, but it works right in the morning when you get up. Even I'm not talking about young people, no, only adults also. We all go through this insecurities about your look, but the moment you have a smile on your face and say, today I'm looking beautiful, and start the day, nobody can undermine your confidence. I was just reminded about a small incident. Saurav Ganguly is a cricketer I follow, and I love his way he handles pressure and stress. He said that when he doesn't do well in anything, he takes out the time, how many centuries he scored. It's written on his bag, the kid bag he carries. So he says how many centuries I scored, where I scored, what time I scored, what I ate that day, what I wore that day. So immediately, the moment I fail, I look at that, so it's ready. It's always ready with you. We can keep all our achievements. You can keep all the things which you achieved. Like today I did this. Today I won this award. Today I presented this. Write it in front of you every day and read it. No? So that we were also talking about how the brand, the Dove brand, is doing something which is very amazing, which is no digital, hashtag no digital distortion. So what do you think about that? I find it very amazing that a big brand like this is bringing this topic for discussion on the platforms openly. So, what is your view on that?
I think it's great. You know, Dove is a very big brand. I'm sure everyone's heard of Dove moisturizers and skincare and all. So I think it's really great that they're tackling this, and I think it will definitely influence other brands,
Other way.
especially in that sector, you know, in the skincare
Yes.
and makeup kind of sector, because that is really what should be targeted, because so many makeup ads are targeted and say to cover yourself, this concealer is the best for covering your dark spots, but really that's
Yeah,
not what makeup should be used for.
correct.
um or skincare, it's not what skincare should be used for. Skincare should be used to take care of your skin and maintain your body healthy. And so the fact that Dove is just saying no to
Filters.
giving into stereotypes and just giving into digital distortion, I think it's really great, and it will influence a lot of other brands.
It's a conversation which has started in the media, and everybody's talking about it. Even to think that, yes, if anybody is going through, we need to talk about this, we need to show, we need to talk. This has come in the open, and it's wonderful to see people like you talking about it. Now tell me, Naya, in your when you're growing up, now you're 15-year-old and you're surrounded by people who are similar age or elders and all you see around, have you faced this yourself, that okay, I'm judged by how I look? Everybody goes through, and it's a common thing. When we were teens, we are so underconfident about of our looks, of how we are. I think, as you said, that netball, the hobby of playing, and being athletic, being out there and playing a sport, gives a lot of self image, positive self image. Am I right? And have you gone through this yourself? Have you felt somewhere yourself, if you can share?
Um, I have definitely felt the effects of digital distortion and stereotypes. Typically because I'm Indian, my origin is Indian, but I was born in Spain, my parents were born in Spain, and for me, Spain is really my home, and I have a Spanish passport. So wherever it always says I'm Spanish, and people have a very hard time believing that because my skin is brown.
Ah, correct.
So that's it doesn't affect me honestly because it's a bit stupid. But that's something I have faced throughout my years at school, the mean comments about me faking being from Spain, or like how my skin is brown so I cannot technically be from Spain. And I get people may be confused, but it is a very horrible way of
Oh, okay.
digitally distorting and judging off of people's
Yeah.
appearances. But to do with social media, I've also experienced um to do with Instagram likes and comments, how many likes you get, because I remember once my friend posted a photo of her at the beach, so she was wearing a swimsuit, and one of my friends who's a boy liked her photo. And then I posted a photo of me in an Indian dress and just, normally clothed.
Hmm.
And he didn't like mine. And I asked him, why haven't you liked my post? And
Hmm.
he said, oh, well, Kira, like my friend looks so good in hers and you just look normal. So why would I like it? And I was a bit like,
Oh,
okay, so you like photos of girls at the beach, but you do not like your friends' photos.
hmm.
That was a bit of an eye opener for me. It was like, what
Wow.
boys our age think is a
Wow.
normal and think
Wow.
girls should look like.
Stereotype, typical. I mean, I'm amazed at listening to this from you. It makes me think why people think about wearing certain kind of dress and certain kind. Nobody is judging them, but why you are not? Why they're even scared even to take pictures when they are in saris or Indian clothes or a bindi or jhumka. If it's, yeah, it's a festival, we do it. But okay, fine. The view will not be liked as you said. So these are the things which I myself didn't know, and I'm really, I have no words to say how and where this is going. Naya, thank you so much for sharing this with us. I know it means a lot to open up and share. This is what this platform is all about. So, my question to you now will be, what role can parents play in this? As a parent, I am a mother of 23-year-old, and I know that I may not have handled his teenager years properly, as I now know that I could have said something. What parents can do is what I want to know, and how what kind of parenting tips you can give as a youth to parents.
I think the most important thing is be attentive, pay it's teenagers don't tend to show their emotions
Yes.
very well, and they tend to keep things to themselves a lot and just be a little bit isolated, especially when it comes to parents, because obviously you have the
Yeah.
constant need to impress your parents.
Yes.
So just I think the parents just need to pay a bit more attention, if there's any change in the way they act, or
Have they
just
become suddenly gone quiet, or
yeah.
they're not meeting people, or they're not interacting much as they were? So need to, right?
Yes. And also be attentive of what you say, because something that you say may affect them without you
Yes.
knowing. It's often just the smallest things that affect people the most.
Yes, and also one more thing, I think that's very how you behave as a parent, how you are looking at yourself, your child is also looking at you. Your teen is also observing you, how you are. If you are also very conscious about what your looks are and how you are not, you're always calling yourself fat, you're calling yourself, oh, I'm not looking good, I don't want to wear this. Your teens observing this, they get this, imbibe this in their life. And if you are positive, if you think that you're beautiful, your teen will do that too. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So, any last words? We have had such good discussions. Anything about any advertisements, any media, why they are doing it to sell the products, but they really don't have any idea how it is affecting the young children, young adults, and how. So, your parting words, your final lines on this topic. And I'm so glad that we spoke your heart out about what you went through. And to culminate this discussion, your final words.
Um,
Are you
yeah, so
happy sharing this? Did it open up? Did it?
I
I'm
did.
sure your friends will are going to listen to this when it's aired, and will it start a conversation? And what do you think about it?
Yeah, I think it will definitely be looked at positively and seen as an example. I'm sure many of my friends will start opening up more about this, seeing me opening up about it so much. They'll start talking about it more, hopefully.
Hopefully, yes.
And
Maybe yes or
supporting.
no. We'll come to know about it after this. And I
Yeah.
want every one of your friends to see this. And it's really the the amount of guts it takes to come on screen. It's not easy to come on screen and talk about this openly. It's any topic. Teens are hesitant, and you came and you from the beginning said that this is my topic. So I'm so glad, Naya, you are here today. So I think we have now we'll see how what's your reaction. I want you to connect to me later on to know about what ripple effect this small interview of ours have in the community among youth. So how did you feel about this? How did you feel about today's interview? How was it? There's a chit chat. Yeah.
It was great. I think we covered so many different things about digital distortion, really targeted, and gave tips about what to do and, what not to do. And it
Um,
will be so helpful.
Yes. And if you have any other topic where we can discuss, you're most welcome to my channel. Viewers and youngsters, those who will listen to this, those who will hear this interview, please subscribe to the channel. And more people are going to come and they are discussing various issues very important to youth. So that's all for today. Thank you so much, Naya. Thank you once again for coming. Please, Youth Talk is my channel. Please subscribe to it. Bye bye. Thank you.